Yeah, custom play, bud. I don't know what fucking play he gonna run. We just got ball out. You hear me?
One of the toughest things to do
He
in all
beat
of
my
college
ass like
football is
50
win
points last time
on
we
the road.
played.
When you're a ranked
40
team
points.
going into a
Another
hostile
time we played.
environment, these fans are ready to knock them off
This right here is
course.
gonna be a game changer right here.
Welcome
Notre
everyone
Dame,
to the
baby.
home of the Fighting Irish,
Yeah.
South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Clemson Tigers taking on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he's going to try to return this one. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. From the shotgun, the inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense changing the play. Give to the single back. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Now on first down from the 28. They'll go to the ground. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Gets it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nice job there by the defender in coverage one-on-one with the running back out in the flat. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down. Gain of no yards.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Going to the running game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Here come the Irish back on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly,
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. Let's go! Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Absolutely center cut. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback moving
Oh, he
out of
got
the
it.
pocket. And some room to work. Good little
He
pickup there.
fumbled
as
that
he
bitch.
saw some
Ooh,
daylight
y'all.
when he
He
could.
fumbled that shit.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Oh, my God, bro.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks sticks for a first down.
Good stop, though.
It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo. And
oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now he's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
that wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quickly complete. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Hauls it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I love the aggressiveness by the defense. Third down and short, I'm going to play with my DBs up, play aggressive, try to take away those RPOs, those quick throws, those easy routes. Did a really good job and made the tackle, forcing the fourth down.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4.
Timeout, Clemson.
Instead of opting for the chip shot field goal attempt and tying the game, these guys want to take the lead. From the gun, looking for a man. They got him! Big stop in the backfield, and what a stand by this defense to keep points off the board.
Yeah, that's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
They'll give it to the back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And that pass will be charged.
Shit. What the fuck? Hold on. God damn it. Oh, bro, where the fuck is my... They tweaking. Finna say, what the fuck going on my screen,
It's on
boy?
second down. That brings up 3rd down.
He caught that shit? Oh, I didn't even know you kept that shit, guy.
Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and short, they'll ride.
I could have hit. Why did I do that? That was my open hole right there.
Enough yardage for a first down.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Throws to the back.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Safeties are in the back, and they have so much ground to cover. You see them. They can go sideline to sideline. Great job reading the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, going making the big turnover.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
It's caught. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. Now on the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Breaks into the open. The 40. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Quick completion on the out route. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good on the backfield. You know they're going to catch him. There's so many ways to use him, but exactly. Get it to him. Let him break tackles. Let him make plays.
You got smoked, dang.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Extending the play. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Caught. There he goes. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds. As long as it passes the line of scrimmage, we go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Oh, my God, bro.
Race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 7 over BYU. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Love the effort on defense that time.
That
That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab. Bust through behind his pad. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Finds his man. It's Washington.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Running to Green. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
first. INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The give to the lone running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got it.
Man, so long, bro. You gotta make the play, bro. You just staring at that shit.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
After that last completion, it's second down. Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. Lets it fly. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Now staring at a third and short from the 40.
Watch the feet, bro. You can throw that with feet.
From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Bargava. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Tigers want to move quickly.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bargava. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. It'll be a run on third and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
Somebody always open,
And he's
bro.
down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down
My
mark.
D-line doing this.
It's amazing how fluid and
Somebody
potent
can
an
go, bro.
offense can seem when you get a
Somebody.
great pickup on first down, and the tight end's
Like,
a
this nigga
terrific
goes,
place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat
They're doing
codes. I
their
mean,
best,
they just
bro.
know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down. Boom. Positive yards. Nice positive play for this offense.
Hard running there. They finally
Good Johnson, that's how you run the ball, bro. You do that
he
shit,
picks
bro.
up some
Just
valuable
look at that
ground.
nigga, bro.
This is going
That's how
to
you
be a
win
big
that
key
ball,
for
bro.
him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Looking to buy time. And he just
Not a
chucks
flag,
it into
bro?
the fourth row.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. This time it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Ain't no way in hell you
The
gonna
modest
hurt.
gain on the completion really shows
Yeah.
why you want to run
It's your
the
right.
zone. Make
Dang.
them execute and rally to the ball.
Dang right here.
100%.
Court.
Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third down play from the gun. Rushes on him. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 4 over BYU. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Floats it out in space. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Might be calling a hot route. They'll give it to him again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give to the running back from the shotgun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. They get him down to this offensive setup. 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Here we go. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Looking for the goal line. And they will score. Touchdown, Irish. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. They go 83 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5.
Come on, man, you gotta hit the hit stick, dog. You had it right there.
Unit to get down there and make
That's my other guy.
19.
Hurry. Okay. Why he's not in the game? Hold on, y'all. You ready, big dog? I don't even know if he's ready.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the right.
Oh,
got it downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And that's a really difficult route to handle if you can get a big fella working the outside in the corner like that.
And no doubt, because he runs upfield first and then makes a beeline towards the sideline. So whether it's man or zone, you can throw that football away from the defender and make some big plays.
Out of the crowd, and
y'all
he's
get
got room.
poked on this shit, bro. Look at this block.
And still running. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Here's the handoff.
He did him so hard, boy.
But they'll have the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on first and goal. Snap it to the back. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Touchdown, Tiger. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
A lot of confidence.
It's just so nice to have a signal who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver going in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment where I got to have it?
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Turning it on. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. They want that clock to run. And the defense
Why do you call timeout?
no pickup at all on that play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on 3rd down coming up. Let's call it 3rd and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
Leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
Well, Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick. He's able to get the ball in the hands. Gets the job
it's a
done.
flag anyway. God damn. It's a flag.
These onside
Fuck.
kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.